Welcome everybody to a Friday night in the South Suburban. We've got the visiting Rosemount Irish here to take on your hometown Eagan Cats. On the call, we got Matt Carruthers with Dan Hope. Dan, what are you looking for tonight?
Well, one of the things that I think is important is a rematch of roughly a month or so ago with a real tight game. Rosemount came out of that one by about 3 points, and so Eagan has revenge on their minds tonight.
Absolutely. First points of the game go to Liam Madigan. Pull up 2. Did you see who the ball was off of there, Dan?
I did not. We've got a foul, and I can tell you we've got number 30. That is Charlie Burke with his first foul of the first half. So it looks like number 1 team foul for Eagan, and team foul is turned into out of bounds. Rosemount bringing it in.
Looks like for your Eagan Wildcats, it's the typical starting lineup. We got Max Busley, Charlie Burke, Alex Schreffer, Liam Madigan, and Trevor Searing. Drive on the Rosemount side. Off the bottom of the rim, kicks out. Cats looking to run up to Searing. Out of bounds off of Rosemount. If there's any Irish fans out there, starting lineup for the Irish. Schreffer, just a sophomore. Dan just mentioned almost 8 rebounds a game, also putting in 13 points. So pretty impressive numbers in this conference and in Class 4A for a sophomore. Rosemount short, rebound to Charlie Burke, gets it over to Liam Madigan. Cats looking to set up the half-court offense.
Rosemount starting with this aggressive man-to-man defense. We'll see if they can extend it and push Eagan out past the 3-point line.
Schreffer into the paint and up and good for a second bucket early in the game.
Hey, that's a great counter for Eagan. If Rosemount's going to extend that defense, that opens up the middle, and that looked pretty easy.
And the hope there is eventually they do have to pack back down, respect the paint, and then we know we've got a couple shooters between Charlie Burke and Max Busley who would be more than happy to let some threes fly tonight.
Eagan starts out in a man-to-man defense as well.
Deflection over to Irish.
Charlie Burke with another rebound.
Yep, that was Ben Sywick with the attempt. Liam Madigan walks it up for the Cats. Cut down and
nice. What a shot.
Nice find and quick 4 points as well for Liam Madigan. Cats are up 8-0, 15-19 to go in the first half. So Dan, what are you seeing from the start? I know we talked a little bit about packing into the paint.
To get it kicked back out for some 3-pointers, that might be coming up next.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of Eagan basketball. I don't know that I've seen the first 4 buckets of the game come from, let's say, within at least 10 feet or so. But like to see it, and like I said, that's going to start softening up, and then we can use some of that kind of classic Eagan spacing to get some open looks.
All right, just about 3 minutes way through the first half.
Arlenson brings it up. Arlenson's kind of the guy, it looks like, for Rosemount. He's coming in about 17 points a game. You know, following him, Kyson Leonard's another senior, scoring about 9. Beyond that, you know, there's not probably one guy they go to. It looked like there's 5 minutes. Let's see if he can get involved into the offense and fill some of minutes. Let's see if he can get involved into the offense and fill some of Charlie Burke's points for us. Pull up from the free throw line, in and out.
Oh, big rebound by Searing.
Madigan fires up a 3, just off. Another rebound by Searing.
Nice cut.
Nice cut to Max, tries to finish. Got it a little bit deep there. Arlenson brings it up, swings around to Holly. Peruka back up to Leonard's at the top. Cats staying true to that man-to-man, Dan.
And there's an inside move.
Picked up another foul here. That's a quick 3 team fouls on Eagan. That one goes on Trevor Searing.
3 team.
Yeah, I'm starting to think if that went to another overtime, we might be having midnight basketball here for Eagan on a Friday night. But what else you got to do on a Friday, right? So 2 makes for Rosemount. Ties, brings it a little closer, 8-4. 13 minutes, about 5 minutes into the game.
Rosemount changed their defense there. They put a little bit of half-court pressure on.
Oh, nice rebound. Alex Schreffer fought his way through, got it, went up with it, and got fouled.
Yeah, that was a nice rebound. Alex, by the way, I think we mentioned, oh yeah, here's a replay for us. There we go.
You know, and that's really just want to, right? See the ball, go get the ball.
Good hustle.
A little short on the first attempt.
Which is remarkable because Alex has been leading the team with the free throw percentage, 84%. He's really been solid from the free throw line.
And to be fair, you did not say that before the miss.
That's
so
right, it was not a jinx.
An announcer's jinx.
There it is.
Second attempt's up and good. Max Busley for 3, just off front of the rim. Rebound to Van Winkle. Rosemount slows it up a little bit.
Busley likes that corner on offense. I'd like to see him get another chance at that later in the game. I think he can nail that 3 next time.
Looks like the Irish are trying to find a way to get into the paint. Got a step and off. Rebound Owen Ford, pushes it up. Looks like now we'll settle into the half-court offense. Busley attacking the rim, kicks over to Ford for an open 3. Just off the front of the rim. Rebound to Danner. Still by Alex Schreffer, looking to drive. Alex good with his body control here, just off. I think you like Alex to put his shoulder down and go for that.
Yeah.
He's shown time after time he's got a knack to score that way. Looks like we're going to get a travel on the Irish. Dolson had a good idea, but the feet were moving a little too quick.
Yeah, there's the replay showing a little extra hop.
It was. All right, checking into the game, we got Kai Strunk. It's a junior for the Cats.
We also have number 40, Leo Erickson. And we also have into the game Owen Bockenstedt. Yes, so making our way into some of the bench and looking for some energy here for Eagan to build on that lead.
All right, Cats swinging around. There's
an wide open.
Ford. Nice find by Leo Erickson down to a cutting Owen Ford for a quick 2. 11-4 Cats. Oh, nice quick hands by Leo Erickson. And it's fouled from behind. Let's see, it's on number 21.
It's like
Check here.
Coleman Walsh. Yeah. And we've got a replay to share with you.
Yep, see, came through the body there to try to get, so good move by Erickson getting the ball into his inside hand when he felt the pressure coming from the outside.
Nice picture of Leo there on the screen for you. And now we're going to have Eagan have the ball under the basket. And they're running a play.
Strunk's going to trigger around, swing it over to Burke. Look for a cut and strung on the clock, so we're going to have a good baseline play here.
As you mentioned, Matt, first year for the shot clock in high school for Minnesota. It's certainly expanded across all the United States, but first year here in Minnesota. And we have 4 seconds on the shot clock, and Charlie
Burke
Burke.
with the quick trigger off the back of the rim. So, Dan, I haven't had a chance to call games this year, so I've been watching a little bit, but I know you've been on the call quite a few times. How's the shot clock impacted the high school game? What have you seen watching?
What I've noticed is it has particularly impacted the end of the games. So, in particular, if a team has to get fouled,
right,
they've got to take some action. They've got to still keep things moving. And there we have the head coach for Rosemount Irish, Lance Swalston. So we'll see the T-shirts tonight, Coaches versus Cancer, being worn by coaches on both sides.
Yeah, so it's kind of become an annual tradition that Eagan and Rosemount come together and host this as their coaches for Coaches versus Cancer game. So certainly out there in viewer land, you know, thoughts go out to you if you're fighting cancer yourself, been impacted by that, you know, but a great cause and a great game to call. All right, so we had deflection off Rosemount, so it's going to be sideline out of bounds to the Cats. And trigger in Kai Strunk. See, Burke trying to run the baseline to get an open look. Erickson looking for some help.
Back out to Kai Strunk, who is a junior.
Charlie Burke with the three, just short off the front of the rim. Nice rebound from Leo Erickson. What I would say is the looks so far as we get a foul call on Owen Boxset, which that was good dribble penetration. That's what I see them trying to do. It looks like they're trying to dribble penetrate, trying to get something in the paint. You know, sometimes you look in the first few minutes of the games and you can tell a team's getting a lot of good open looks. They're just not knocking them down. I'd say so far, you know, advantage defense. You know, the looks they've had have been heavily contested. So if we can keep that man-to-man intensity up without getting into foul trouble, I mean, we're at 5 team fouls already. So that's a little worrisome with 10 minutes to go. But that's what I would see so far. I think they're trying to find that dribble penetration, maybe the same way we are, soften it up for later. You know, but it looks like Liam Madigan checked back into the game as well. I believe he came in for Kai Strunk.
Oh, nice steal.
Playing safety. I didn't know he played football.
Yeah, he looked like a free safety on that one.
Good feed, good find into Burke, who smartly ran to the hoop. Got an easy layup. 13-5, Eagan Wildcats up early. Cats back in man-to-man.
I will say that Rosemount's coming off a big win at Burnsville earlier in the week.
And we got a travel.
And
while we haven't hit the three, as we were talking about Rosemount a little bit earlier, I think we have got some good looks. Well, there's the three. So again, shouldn't say they haven't had that open look. Nice hit there for number 23, Peyton Golson. Brings it 13-8. But I do think, you know, it's looked like Charlie's had.
And on the screen, we've got a replay.
Yeah, it looks like Bennett Arlinson tried to take the charge, but if you saw, he was either in that protected zone and he was also kind of still moving as Schreffer came at him.
Yeah, Alex Schreffer's had several and ones this year, and he adds to that tally right there.
He certainly, for us, is probably the definition of a downhill player.
Yeah, he gets to the rim and often gets fouled and gets the finish.
Oh, got a block call. Was that Trevor? Yep, on Trevor Searing. If you've watched along, you know Trevor is a master craftsman in the art of the charge.
Wildcat Nation on TV would appreciate Trevor's his defensive heroics through the years.
Yes, he's what I think was catching the last replay or last the Prior Lake Gamecast, and I think you guys said maybe he's up to 22 charges on the season. I don't know what that is for the career. I don't know how well we track it, but he is for sure the Eagan career leader in charges. 2 free throws made by Rosemount.
Rosemount continues that full court pressure.
I believe that was Ben Sywick at the line with those 2.
Oh, and we have
we got a
miscommunication.
Yep, Trevor was going to box out thinking that Max was shooting it, and looked like Max was going to throw the slip to him. That's over to Max for a deep 3, and good. Max Busley with the 3-point hit.
That was from downtown.
Nice patience from Charlie, too. You know, he could have took that shot, but he reset and found a better shot. Sky Holly gets into the paint, scores 2 for the Irish, 19-14. Max tries another 3, rebound to Holly. He's content to slow it down, set up the Irish half court.
Coach McKenzie takes a lot of pride in Eagan's man-to-man defense, and they stay in it.
Yeah, they're
before
quick
the
to
game,
help, but the task for them is you stay with your guy, right? You got some help with you, but your challenge is stay in front. Good contest from Burke to that point. Treffer, I think, maybe got a little ahead of himself.
Before the game, Coach McKenzie had mentioned that one of the keys, defensive intensity for Eagan. He was really proud of the way they had played defense first time against Rosemount. With 46 points, kept a relatively low score the first matchup. Okay, we've got a replay. And unfortunately,
Trevor, I think, just got a little hung up on who he wanted to distribute it to. Probably saw Busley out of the corner of his eye and gave him a second pause and shuffled his feet. But
all right, back the other way.
Nice find underneath. Swinging it around. Kyson Leonard's with the 3 and good.
10 points, most of them right in the paint or at the free throw line.
I believe we have a step out of bounds on the Irish. It's like Kyson Leonard was trying to drive the baseline, look for help, and got a little deeper than he thought he was.
Kyson Leonard's 6'7", so he's a big man under the basket there.
Yeah, you look at Eagan, I would say we're a good-sized team, but we don't have any one guy who's huge, right? I think, you know, it's a bunch of 6'4", 6'5" guys, but we have a bunch of them. Yeah,
that's right.
Which is a little different than Eagan in the past, right? In the past, we've had some of the bigger traditional centers and then a bunch of 6'1", 6'2" guards. So a little different look this year. Will Peruka comes in for Kai Holly. Max trying to find Max on that curl screen.
Egan's going to reverse it and try the ball on the other side of the court, and unfortunately,
little miscommunication. He zigged when they should. At least looking at the stats, 17 points a game. So if we continue to play some good defense there and make life hard for them, that'd be a good thing. With that, Van Winkle with the 3. Close it up to a 1-point game, Dan.
Back the other way. Rosemount applying just a little bit of pressure on the full court, and they've got a referee blows a whistle here with the foul.
I believe they're going to get on Arlinson with the body check up at the top of the paint, or top of the key.
That's the second foul. We can see a replay here. Reach in with his left hand. Yep. Second foul.
Given time and place and where his body position is, Ben would probably like to have that one back.
Most likely. And he takes a break on the bench with 2 fouls, and Eagan is back on offense.
See Searing working hard down low.
Looked like Charlie Burke got a little push from behind on that one.
But the refs didn't see it, I guess, so
it's only a foul. It's only a foul if it gets called as a foul.
That's right. All right, so Irish with the baseline inbound. So around into Lindertz. We're going to get a foul or out of bounds? No, we're going to get a foul.
Number 15.
Will Peruka. Liam Madigan at the line for 2. Good with the first.
Liam with his fifth point of the game, and chance for another one.
Eagan currently has the starting lineup on the floor. And good for the second. That'll push it to a 23-20 advantage. Eagan, 3:20 to go in the first half. Good rebound, Liam Madigan. And we got a foul on 23, Goulson. It'd be 17 fouls, so that's going to have or 18 fouls now, pardon me. That'll have the Eagan Wildcats shooting a 1-on-1 bonus. Owen Bachstedt back in the game for Trevor Steering.
We'll be shooting free throws for both teams from here on out for the rest of the half. 18.
I think we mentioned it, but it looked like Owen Bachstedt checked in the game. And Max good with the second.
Eagan extends the defensive pressure out to half court. Almost has the trap there in the corner. Rosemount recovers.
I think we're still largely man-to-man, but it looks like we've started to employ some spot traps. Bachstedt out on the perimeter guarding Holly.
Fall away shot. No good.
Rebound to Charlie Burke. Gets it over to Schreffer. Cats running through their motion offense. Madigan was looking to get it into Schreffer, but good defensive play from the Irish. I believe that might have been Charlie.
Owen Ford, number 23, coming back in, and we have a replay showing it.
Yeah, it looks like Holly was there.
Yep, and he was outside the circle underneath the basket, so plenty of space for that call.
Well, quick, I missed what time we're at. I think we've got about 3 minutes left in the first half.
I believe so.
We lose our timer when we go to timeout. So I can tell you there's 50 seconds left in the timeout, but beyond that, Cats 25, Irish 20. Be an important last 2.5, 3 minutes. See how we get through this without Charlie Burke available.
Very methodical first half. I've not really seen either team pick up a lot of momentum going one way or the other. Had a lot of fouls, some free throws, a lot of half-court offense, some turnovers.
But yeah, I'm with you. It'd be great to, and hopefully it's the guys in the blue, but to get some quick momentum, get some transition looks.
Nice defense right there.
Yeah, speaking of momentum, it looked like Rosemount was trying to get that backdoor alley-oop, which if you've watched them the last couple of years, they had Anish Ramal.
And here's a replay.
I think this was on
this is the out of bounds,
yep.
Yes.
Confirming that, in fact, it was off Owen Ford.
Right.
They got it right.
They got it right. Yeah, that was interesting there is coming out of the timeout, Rosemount had set that play up. Looked like they had some kind of a back screen along the lines of Kyson Leonard's.
Yes.
And looked like a big alley-oop play. And
it was, and so I've had an opportunity to watch Rosemount the last couple years, and they had a guard, Anish Ramlal. He's playing up at St. Cloud now. And the guy could jump out of the gym, right? And they would run that back screen for him, and inevitably somebody would fall asleep, and it would be a rim shaker. So it looks like they're trying to do that same set with Kyson Leonard. So good defense, good sag down to break that up. And miscommunication on the Rosemount side, and that's going to be Side out for Eagan. Minute 15 left in the first half. Wildcats nursing that 5-point lead. It'd be great to see if they can knock down a bucket or two here.
Extend that lead, yeah, heading into halftime. Oh, he's open, and they swing it.
Missed the cut there for Ford. Looked like he had an opportunity. Tried to get that cut into Schreffer, but a little behind him.
Oh, so Eagan gives it back. We have a minute or so and some change.
So these high school guys watch a lot of NBA. You think they're talking about 2 for 1 here with the shot clock?
Could be.
I think they'd probably be content with a good shot.
Well, here they come. Owen Ford out front playing some low to the ground man-to-man defense.
Swinging around, drive to the baseline. Looking for a cutter, found it in Bennett Arlinson.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, not sure how that went in. That bounced, I think, 2 times off the top of the rim, or top of the backboard, excuse me, and fell in.
Don't see that very often.
You don't.
But it's good, and they cut the lead to 3.
Unconventional or not, it counts the same. Oh, and then the Cats give it up. Bennett Arlinson with the shot, and close out into the body. It's going to be a foul call.
Yeah, it looks like he got knocked down on the box out there, and he goes to the free throw line. Look at that basket.
Exactly how he drew it up. If he does practice that shot, kudos to him, because that's a unique way to get the bounce.
He's back to the free throw line.
And good on the first. I believe that'll be his 5th point.
Yeah, that's a quick 3 for him, and he has a chance to add to it with 4 points in a row for him.
Yeah, so a minute ago we were looking for the Cats to extend out that 5-point lead, and instead, pending the outcome of this free throw, we are down to a 1-point lead.
He, number 11, Bennett Arlinson, coming out of the game. He's been their leading scorer this season so far, averaging around 17 a game.
So averages would say 6 in the first half. Is actually a pretty good job on him, right? But I'm sure the Cats are looking for a last shot here, preserve that 1-point lead, get a good open look.
And there's a wide open 3.
That's the look you wanted. Nice find to Max Busley for 3. Got to take Max up to 8 in the first half. Cats looking to stop anything easy. And rims off.
We've come a long way since 1963. In 1963, the Eagan Fire Department was born, with just 41 brave souls and a dream. They started with little more than determination and a 1942 military surplus fire engine named Jenny.
We've grown from a small volunteer department.
Our Fire Prevention Week open house. Our open house is still our biggest event as far as welcoming people into our station, talking about safety, kids having fun and learning safety at the same time, getting their fire hats. We visit every school in Eagan. We're everywhere throughout the city.
Always make us feel like we're supported.
Thank you, Eagan firefighters!
We've had some of the best firefighters in the state of Minnesota go through these doors and serve the residents and visitors to Eagan, and we're very proud of them and what they've achieved.
RCUP's mission is to create the platform, infrastructure, and movement for the reuse economy. We offer a reuse service that's simple and convenient. We make it so events like this can use reusable cups or containers. We'll take all of them back to our facility, wash them, and then get them redeployed for the next event.
I think that that's the ultimate joy of RCUP is helping our clients, helping these events, helping Eagan Food Truck Fest achieve its sustainability goals in a measurable way.
We are one of the first events in Dakota County that has used RCUP at a large event. They're here on site at events to help reduce as much single-use plastic as we can, and we couldn't be more thrilled that they're here to help us this year at the Eagan Food Truck Festival.
The Eagan Art House, facility that really for many years has been operated out of a 1,200 square foot house. The growth of our art programs and artists across the city and region has really created a demand for so much more. And while we've tried to use some of our other satellites,
finding their creative voice, gaining confidence, so it's a really important part of our community. We merged with the City Park and Recreation Department. Before that time, the Eagan Art House was a nonprofit organization.
I started about 20 years ago. In those days, it was the Dakota Center for the Arts. It was a nonprofit organization that rented the art house from the city for $1 a year.
In the main house where it used to be living room, bedrooms, originally it was all kinds of classes, painting classes, kids camps, different media. And then the garage where we're sitting, the garage has been the pottery studio. Since that time, we started off with 4 wheels. Now we have 8+ wheels, which is how much we can fit in the space. It is a rambler house. There's only so much room in this space. We use every square inch in this building, behind the doors, above, physically accessible for everyone too.
the art house, even though it's a specialized kind of facility, there's still something creative that can touch just about everybody.
Welcome back to Eagan High School, where we have the guest Rosemount Irish against the home team Eagan Wildcats. Coming back from halftime, Eagan 28-24 lead. We've got first half highlights to share with you, some big plays here. All right, welcome fans. We have some highlights. Oh yeah, that was the one off the top of the backboard. And here's a nice three-pointer from Max Busley. And we are ready to play ball.
All right, so as we kick off the second half, Wildcats are back to their starting lineup. I was interested to see if they would run Charlie Burke out there with those 3 fouls, or if they would maybe ride Owen Ford for the first couple minutes to give Charlie a little time. But it looks like Coach McKenzie's putting some trust in Charlie to play with those 3 fouls. So, Dan, what do you think the halftime speech from Coach McKenzie sounded like?
A nice move there. Number 24, Leonard's for
Tyson Leonard's with 2.
And we got a quick timeout from Coach McKenzie.
So I don't think he liked what he saw there with the defensive setup.
But I'm going to guess that at halftime, I think that maybe Eagan was talking about some of the successes that they had on defense. I thought Eagan had really done a pretty good job of keeping Rosemount from having any real consistent offensive flow. On the other hand, I would think that Eagan has plenty of opportunity to reduce some of the unforced errors. There were a handful of turnovers that reduced the number of possessions that they had to get some shots up. I also think that they might be looking to free up some of their three-point shooters. Charlie Burke, Max Busley did not really get off on the three-point shots in the first half. That's really been a strength for Eagan, and I would be interested to see if that happens in the second half. What are you thinking, Matt?
Yeah, I think the same. I think probably, applauded the defensive intensity, the, willingness to get on the floor, good box outs, good rebounding. Probably mentioned, let the offense run. Don't feel like you got to, force a cut that's maybe not there. Love that we're trying to get into the paint, but I know a few of the turnovers we're probably trying to, kind of needle the ball through 2-3 defenders to get to that cut, and maybe just be a touch more patient and let that kind of organically happen when somebody falls asleep.
I also think that some good things happened when Eagan attacked the basket and either got fouled and got to the rim or had some nice kickouts for some shots. And in this case, we're just about out of the shot clock here, down to 5 seconds.
3 seconds here. Oh, Rosemount coach cannot be happy with a foul with 2 seconds. Now, to be fair, it looked like we had a good opportunity there. They were slipping Trevor towards to the hoop. So we're going to have a good look there if Max is able to complete that pass. But I know as a coach, you got to hate bailing somebody out with 2 seconds. Think you'd like to play that out.
Eagan gets the ball on the sideline and gets a fresh 20 seconds. The way the shot clock works is you get 35 for full court, but if you get reset in the half court, it's only 20 seconds.
Look for Schroeder for the cut and uses that body again. That's that body control I'm talking about. Caught it a little deep, used just a little bit of nudge to clear Holly out, and then finished with his right hand.
He's making a good living off of that move. 12 points at this point.
I believe that puts him as a leading scorer in the game. Good hands from Max Busley with the steal. Cats looking to run up to Burke. Settle into the half court, trying to work down into the paint.
Just feel like Eagan, if they could get a couple baskets.
And there's Alex Schroeder again on cue.
Just like that. I think if Eagan could get a couple baskets, I feel like they're on the verge of breaking out.
I think so.
Get another stop here.
And I think right now, with the way that Alex Schroeder's playing and the way that he's able to kind of get what he wants in the paint, might try to ride that hand a little bit until they show that they can switch it or put a bigger guy on him. Here's a turnover from Holly, steal by Schroeder. Push up to Burke.
Eagan has a chance to extend to the biggest lead of the game right here. If they can go from 6 to 8 point lead, that might be some separation that they've been looking for so far tonight. Big possession here.
Busley comes off, shoots a 3 and makes it. Tough shot, but not from Mr. Busley.
And that's what Eagan fans were looking for. Rosemount calls the timeout. There's a big replay of that three-point shot for the Wildcat fans watching on TV.
Good for 3.
Good for 3.
I would say, Busley is uniquely good at shooting coming off that curl. A lot of guys like to be catch and shoot, really get your feet set. Sometimes I think he's a better shooter when he's coming off motion and got a little lean to it. He's made an awful lot of those over the past, 2-3 years.
Yeah, in fact, I was looking in the books earlier. He's got 43, maybe 45 three-pointers so far this year. He's got some real good rhythm out there. Charlie Burke right around the same count as well, mid-40s. And I agree with you. Max Busley looks really smooth coming off of that curl and weaving his way around that three-point line.
So the challenge for the Cats, I think, here will be first half. We had a similar, really strong start. Got out to an 8-0 lead. Held it for a little bit, right? And then kind of got into the grind, kind of got the game slowed down, started to have some turnovers. So now you've come out second half. You've really opened up a nice lead, gave yourself a little breathing room, got Rosemount to call an early timeout, feeling some pressure. So now can you keep that momentum up, right? Can you find that next gear to really kind of put it to them here in this next, 3-4 minutes? Or are you going to settle back into letting them kind of slow you down and grind?
Yeah, I think that's a good summary, Matt. Key possession here to see which is it going to be, separation, or does Rosemount get back into it after that timeout?
Looking into Lindertz, who shifts over or swings it over to Van Winkle.
Big collision underneath, but Eagan comes
away.
away.
On the floor. Be great to get Charlie Burke going here. I know he's had the foul trouble. It's kind of pushed him out a little bit, and I think this is a little bit like the game for Prior Lake. I think he had a slow start through the first half, but then really kind of picked it up, hit a couple big shots in the second half, which needed in a really close game.
And look who's back at the free throw line. Alex Schupfer is back at the free throw line. He's got 14 points so far. He does, and now that's 15. As we mentioned earlier, he's a remarkable free throw shooter at roughly 85% this season. As a sophomore, that's outstanding in this conference.
It is. That's outstanding no matter who you are, right?
Point.
But as a sophomore, it's impressive and gives you a lot of excitement to see what he's going to do over the next 2.5 years that he's got left with the program. Leonard's working in the paint, kicks it out. Three-point shot up, in and out. Back to Leonard's. Hard off the back iron. Rebound to Van Winkle.
Couple of offensive rebounds for Rosemount there, gave him new life.
You can see Coach McKenzie. Van Winkle with his second attempt, and good. Puts 10-point advantage to the Wildcats, 37-27 with 14-12 to go in the game. Trevor up to Max, swinging back around. Find Liam over the corner, drives baseline. Over to Charlie Burke, trailing, and there's that three we were talking about.
I think you called it. You said it. It was needed, and it was coming, and there it is.
And Charlie Burke, if he makes one, he might make 4 or 5 in very quick succession.
Biggest lead of the game for the Wildcats.
Good defense.
And they're going the other way. Maybe a fast break here. Nope, they're going to slow it down.
Slow down just a little bit. Push the ball up to Burke. They're going to set back into the half-court offense. Looked like we had a chance to run there, though, Dan, like we were talking about, trying to get some of that transition going, a little bit more momentum, get the crowd into it.
Part of that has to do with the way the referees are calling the game, too.
Absolutely.
The referees are...
if you think about what the Irish might have been talking about at halftime, I'm sure, part of it was how do we get the ball out to Bennett Arlington? How do we get him involved? Again, I think he's probably, it's hard to see through the hoop there, but I think he's around 6 points, something like that.
Yeah, I believe he's at 6, and he's averaging, what, 17?
17. So I'm sure, a big part of their offense is getting him going. So it'll be interesting to see if they start, running some isolation things for him, really trying to get him out into open
Charlie
space.
Burke makes that one.
And here we go.
Rosemount want to consider a timeout. That is quite a run for the Wildcats.
Yep, push up to a 43-27 advantage. As a reminder, we started the second half with the 4-point advantage for the Cats.
Charlie Burke, 6'6", swingman for the Wildcats with a couple three-pointers to separate the Wildcats in the second half.
Oh, an answer from the Irish.
Carson Schutz for the Irish answers.
I think we might have missed it during one of the dead balls, but Owen Bockenstedt did check in for Trevor Searing.
Owen does a nice job on the high post setting those screens. A lot of the action coming out of the top of the key there for the Wildcats.
Charlie Burke going to try third. Heat check. And ball to the Irish.
Foul on number 31, Liam Madigan.
That'll be just the first on Liam, so in good shape there.
Leo Erickson and Owen Ford into the game for the Wildcats. Giving a couple people some rest and adding some energy. Let's see if they can continue the run.
Flowers look like he dragged the pivot. Looks like he's got the Batman mask going on.
I see that.
Gonna get some broken nose at some point.
I can only imagine that there was some kind of injury to the nose earlier in the season.
Or it could be a stylistic choice. I'm not sure.
Maybe. Could be.
Oh, nice cut to Owen Ford and the finish. Really nice look. I think that was Madigan who saw that.
Nice play. They had one just like that in the first half.
That's 4 points from Owen Ford. Who typically just kind of plays that role of the scrapper, right? He's really tough on defense. The first guy on the ground. You know, even when he's undersized, like you can see here, right? He's trying to hold position against Lendertz. So anytime he can, find a couple buckets, that's just a bonus for Eagan. But Lendertz was with the 2, so that closes up 45-32. 11 minutes to go in the game. Leo Erickson driving the baseline. He likes to try to find that reverse.
Yes, he does. That's one of his favorite moves right there, and he gets the finish.
So good finish from Leo Erickson.
Steal by Charlie Burke going the other way. Do we have a fast break?
Oh, nice dump. Unselfish play.
Yeah, nice handoff there by Liam Madigan.
Owen Bockenstedt will be going to the line for 2.
Good teamwork. Very unselfish.
That foul went on number 44, Jordan Van Winkle. His second. And Bockenstedt good with the first. That'll be his first point of the game. Opens up a 16-point advantage for the Wildcats.
Second half has been all Wildcats.
Yep, Bennett Olson heading to the bench for a break, so an opportunity here to maybe continue to try to build on that lead while their leading scorer sits out. And Bockenstedt good with the second. 17-point advantage, just over 10 minutes to go in the game.
Looks like Eagan changed it up a little bit. Is that a zone that I see
so.
out there?
It looked like we got a 2-3 here. But you really appreciate the chess match piece of it, right? So, we've seen them go, and look, whatever it is, 80% of the time, right, we're going to be hard-nosed and go man-to-man and, make your guy be better than our guy. But always good to have that ability to flip to, either a man-to-man with a trap or to throw a 3-2 at him or even a 1-3-1, just to keep them on their toes.
Yeah, make them a little uncomfortable, take a little extra time, run a little different offense against your defense, and it might be the difference of type of shot that they get out of it. And in that case, they missed and rebound to Eagan. It comes back the other way.
Leo Erickson tried to go to the reverse well again. Not as successful this time, but we were able to get the offensive rebound, re-trigger back to the half-court offense. Looks like Max Busley checked back in for Charlie Burke. Erickson looking for the drive, kicks over to Madigan, who swings out to Ford. Ford with the swing to Erickson. That's a good look.
Big rebound.
Nice job by Owen Bockenstedt, fighting for the ball. And he picks the foul up for all of his efforts.
One thing tonight, the referees are not tolerating any kind of reach-ins.
Nope.
And that's the kind of game you have to adjust to.
A lot of times you'll see that as a no call. It'll be an out of bounds or a lot of times a quick jump, right? I don't always know what a jump ball's supposed to be because sometimes it looks like if a guy breathes on it, it's a jump. But But yeah, they're watching really close on any of that kind of hand fighting for loose balls.
And we have an away from the ball foul against Rosemount, number 1. Jabari Flowers.
So that's going to be his 7th team foul. So that should be putting Owen Ford at the line for a 1-and-1.
And we've got, look at the clock, 9 minutes, 35 seconds left in the half. Eagan's going to be shooting free throws for the rest of the way. You got to like Owen Ford's game. He makes all the shots he's supposed to make. He gets to play good defense and keep everything going for the team. And now we're going back the other way.
Yep, off on the first front end of the 1-on-1. Now we got a foul on Eagan. Looks like it's going to go on Leo Erickson, I think. That'll be a 3rd team foul on Eagan. Ball out to Rosemount, baseline out of bounds. Run a lob to Lindertz. Got a swing pass.
I'm really surprised we don't see Arlenson back in the game yet. The leading scorer for Rosemount. But that doesn't stop Leonard's from taking over, did it?
No, it did not. So he's going to pick that slack up. 49-34, 9 minutes to go. Eagan Wildcats with the lead over the Rosemount Irish.
I think Leonard's has 10.
Yeah, I can't get a good look there at his number, but just off from Schreffer. Rebound to Lindertz, pushes it up. And another finish. You see he's turned on another gear here.
And he has 12. So, yeah, he is...
averages, I think, just about 9 on the season.
He's going strong tonight. And back come the Wildcats.
Missed a push underneath. Buckset got the two-hand shove treatment from Golson.
I saw that. Got a push in the back, and here we go the other way because they didn't see it.
Like we said earlier, if they didn't call it, well, it wasn't a foul. So 8 minutes to go here. Still a comfortable margin at 13, but definitely feels like the momentum shifted a little bit. And I think, Coach McKenzie kind of saw the same. So if you look, he's gone back to that starting lineup, and I think trying to kind of calm the momentum a little bit from the Irish right now.
Foul on Max Busley. And looks like we've got the Irish ball under the basket.
So Ja'Kai Holly will be checking back into the game for the Irish, replacing Coleman Walsh.
Well, if I'm the Irish, I'm going back to number 24.
Yeah, I think you got to ride that hand right now, right? He's been doing a really nice job getting downhill, nice body control in the air, and then getting to the rim to finish.
One of the things I really like about his game, he's super confident. He wants the ball, and he's going hard to the basket. The Wildcats are probably going to need to adjust and try to deny him getting the ball to start with.
I would agree. They got Schreffer on him, working down low, so it's a good battle down there, but good. Lindertz did a good job of shedding Schreffer there, and Madigan slid over to try to help on the defense, but maybe a touch late, so it's going to put Kyson Lindertz at the free throw line, shooting 2.
While he's shooting the free throws, I will mention that Bennett Arlenson back in the game, number 11 for Rosemount, their leading scorer. So between number 11 and 24, they're probably hoping to get something going, and Eagan's challenge would be to shut that down.
Absolutely. The hope when Bennett Arlenson went to the bench was maybe take that opportunity with the lead scorer out to kind of grow the lead, and unfortunately Kyson Lindertz came to play, and so he's actually taking it the other way. Now Lindertz will get a quick breather. Can't imagine this will be too long of a break for him with the way he's playing right now. All right, so they did miss the second free throw, but were able to retain possession. Triggered it into the paint. Oh, it looked like Charlie Burke was straight up.
I think they called number 33 Searing with the reach.
Did they get Searing?
Yeah, number 33.
Okay.
And we have a replay on this. We'll see if we can see the reach.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. And we have 4 fouls on Trevor, and he is coming out. And we have a
it's got to be
timeout.
Owen Bockenset coming back in the game.
Timeout Eagan. Well, I wouldn't doubt we needed a timeout there for the home team. They had a pretty good lead. What did they get up to, 16?
16. Yep, so still at 12, right? But it's going to be 2 shots coming up for the Irish, so an opportunity for them to get it back to 10. So kind of got to weather this storm a little bit, get back into doing what we were doing, get back to some solid defense, and hit a shot or two and take the wind out of their sails a little bit.
Good crowd here at Eagan High School tonight. It does give me a chance to say this is Dan Hoke. I'm here with Matt Crothers. I do want to thank Eagan TV for the production tonight. Grateful for the city of Eagan and all of those that help with the production. Joe Chupik is the director. Tim Shinyan as the graphics and replay. Greg Borman as well. Jared Greenberg on camera 1. Sierra Indian on camera 2. And Willie Nielsen, camera 3. Thank you for your work tonight, putting on the production and sharing it with Wildcat Nation all around the country.
Absolutely. Hey, I've got family from out of town and out of state, and they have certainly tuned in over the years to Eagan TV. But yeah, it really is a great asset for this program, and not just for the basketball, right? Eagan TV does a great job, broadcasting so many of our sports and even non-sports events. A lot of programs, a lot of cities don't have that, right? You want to watch your kiddo play, and it's a $10 charge for the game to subscribe to the streamer. So very, very thankful for what Eagan TV does for the Eagan High School community. All right, 2 free throws made by the Irish. They do get down to 10.
And a
find
steal.
Themselves in a little trouble. Kai Holly with the pop, miss. Rebound to Charlie Burke. Now we've got a little opportunity to run in transition up to Owen Bockenset.
Oh, and he gets fouled. He was very close to
throwing
that down.
Yeah. He was going to bring the house down. So did you happen to see what Coach McKenzie was upset about?
We have, you can't see it on the screen, but the Eagan coach is talking to the referees, and I'm not sure what that was in regards to. I can only imagine maybe they wanted some kind of intentional foul. Maybe the player was vulnerable as he was jumping up there. And we have a replay. Let's see for ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, you can argue, was he going for the ball? That might be a function of just not able to get to the ball when Owen's already that high. But Owen Bockenset 1 of 2 from the free throw line.
Big rebound by Liam Madigan off of that free throw, and he gets fouled. And he gets rewarded by going to the free throw line. Good for him. Slowly, though, Rosemount has cut that lead.
They have. So 50-39. Be great to have Liam Madigan knock down a couple here, get that back a little bit more comfortably into double digits. And good with the first front end, which is always the important one, right? Missing the front end's like missing 2. That brings Liam up to 7 points for the game. Puts count 51-39 Eagan, 7:28 remaining in the game. And good with the second.
Got them both.
All right, Bennett Arnoldson brings the ball up for the Irish. Golson with the 3, off. Rebound to the Irish. Bennett Arnoldson with the 3, looks off. But another offensive rebound and finish. Jordan Van Winkle.
It's a nice rebound and move by Jordan.
So if there's one thing I'm seeing in the second half that we didn't see in the first half, is a lot of second chance opportunities for the Irish. So something we got to shore up, make sure we get a body on body. Oh, nice drive from Alex Schreffer. All the way to the rim. That'll be 18 on the game for him.
That looked too easy.
It was. I don't know if that was someone thought they were switching on the Irish and it didn't come. And a little off for number 22. It's Carson Schutz.
All right, going the other way. And Kyson Leonards is back in. for Rosemount, that is. He's been leading scorer for them tonight with 13, so I imagine they'll go back to him. Full court pressure.
Press.
Irish against the Wildcats, and it's working.
And Wildcats took a timeout. I think Coach McKenzie wants to talk about how we're going to break that press. I think maybe we weren't getting someone to the middle as quick as we needed to get that outlet so that Madigan wouldn't get trapped on the sideline.
And you can see on the screen Coach McKenzie is huddling them up. I think you're right. He's got to be looking on the whiteboard there, the clipboard, drawing up the play about how to get to the middle and break that press.
Yeah, I think typically we want our big to flash up to the middle on that to give a high target so we can get there and then run off of that.
And I would not be surprised if we see more of that from Rosemount. They really have to change the tempo of the game.
Right.
And a great way to do that is defensive intensity and pressure, try to force some errors, some turnovers, and get the momentum going the other way. They're running, quite frankly, they're running out of time.
Right.
And on the other hand, Eagan, they don't want to have unforced errors. They don't want to get those turnovers. They want to slow the game down.
Right, and I think that's a big thing, right? So with Eagan, understand you have a 13-point lead. Yes, the pressure's going to come. Keep your composure and get good shots, right? And if you can get a good shot early in the shot clock, great. But don't take a quick shot, right? Work a little bit of that clock, not at the expense of losing flow, but understanding that the clock is our friend, with 6 minutes and 26 seconds to go and a 13-point lead. So make sure we dictate and don't fall into what they're trying to dictate, which is making us be frenzied, right?
Yep, right on. Well summarized.
Cats looking to break the press. They got the trap again on the sideline, but we do a better job getting it out there. Swing over to Schreffer. He's has the plan to swing it to Burke. Now, Burke's 6'6". I know he can get up, but I think he would have had to be about 8 foot tall to get that one.
So with that turnover, Rosemount goes the other way. 13-point lead, and let's see what Eagan does for defense here. Looks like they go back to man-to-man. Eagan's in man-to-man. And they have a travel. Traveling call against Rosemount, and it goes back to Eagan. I think
you see that travel so often when they swing it to the corners and there's a closeout coming, right? Because, the thought is, here's the closeout. If I can just dribble around him quick, I'm going to have an uncontested, path to the hoop, and you get those happy feet.
Eagan breaks the press, so that's good.
Yep, that's a good job by Madigan coming back up to the middle.
Somebody's got to be open with that double team. You can see Rosemount's going to start taking some chances here, chances to go for that steal.
It looks like they're leaving our guys in the corner, so if we can get our head up and see that, there might be some opportunities to get those passes to the corner to break it. But Liam Madigan getting downhill and doing it himself.
Yeah, nice move. He's in double digits now, 10 points for the Wildcats.
So that puts 3 Eagan Wildcats in double digits today. So good scoring balance. Good finish from Will Peruka. But I think we can, at this point in the juncture, 5 minutes to go, we can trade baskets. So there's an opportunity to swing to Max.
Yeah, it looks to me.
And a foul out near midcourt.
And with that, I think Eagan is now in the double bonus with 10 fouls on Rosemount.
Yep, some fouls on Coleman Walsh. It's just his second, so no worries there. But yeah, 10 team fouls on Irish, so we'll be shooting 2 the rest of the way. Max Busley good on the first. Opens up a 14-point advantage. And good with the second. Quick recap, 5:05 remaining in the game. Eagan Wildcats 58. Rosemount Irish, I was going to say 43, now 46.
How about that? Number 22, Carson shoots, nails a three-pointer, and they quickly call a timeout. We even have a replay of it. Made that look easy.
Hey, they did. That was a good swing pass, fine, but I think Coach McKenzie wanted to quickly quickly regather the guys and talk about making sure that we don't fall asleep on that, where we're sinking down into the paint, looking for help and forget about a guy streaking out to the perimeter.
Well, the second half, Eagan broke out really a remarkable lead up to 16 points, and let's say the last 5 minutes or so, Rosemount's been clawing back.
Yep. It's been back to that grind, right? Feels a lot like, we were finally getting a little bit of that flow, a little bit of momentum, hitting a couple big shots, getting out into transition, and over these last, 3, 4, 5 minutes, kind of back into that grinded out mode, a lot of whistles. But that said, we're still sitting here, after a 3-point make from the Irish. We're still looking at Wildcats up by 12. So not the 16 we had earlier, but they are weathering the storm as they go.
That's right.
And as you said, under 5 minutes, Irish is going to continue to have to take chances. They're going to be aggressive. I'm going to guess this isn't the last time we're going to see Eagan go to the free throw line, especially with this full court press.
A lot of free throws tonight, and there's going to be more.
But that's a good job of breaking it. Swing over to Burke.
Run the clock a little bit.
Right.
Even with the 35-second shot clock, you can still get some good.
And cut this down to, a handful of possessions for each team, right? If we can use that clock.
Nice play there, leaving a little short. Maybe it's a pass.
Deflected out, but we're going to be 8 seconds. 8 seconds on the clock. So plenty of time to run the offense and find a good shot, but
I hear Coach McKenzie's calling a play from out of bounds, so let's see what they do with 8 seconds.
Trigger it in, get it over to Charlie Burke.
He might just have to shoot.
We got to go. Take a shot, Liam Madigan. Good effort there, try to get the rebound. What is good that happened there, obviously you'd like to get points, but we used every bit of that 35 seconds. That's and then right. Alex Schreffer steps ahead to get a steal. Goes around. Owen Baccaset in the right place for the rebound, but unfortunately missed the put back.
Results in a jump ball, and the possession goes back to Eagan.
Trevor Searing back in the game. Good minutes from Owen Baccaset, though.
Yeah, nice
really
job.
helped us out there with Trevor's foul trouble.
Made some clutch free throws and some big rebounds.
So Cats still got 20 seconds to work on the clock. Just need to work for a good open shot.
Rosemount playing some aggressive man-to-man defense, taking some chances.
Max Busley with the off-balance three, like we were saying. He shoots it better when he has off-balance.
He's floating to his left, and it's cash money. Good.
He loves that rolling to his left for that three-pointer.
He sure does.
That's a big one, right? We ran the clock all the way down. I think that shot went up with 6, 7 seconds left. Here's an opportunity if we can
Somebody's
get the ball
wide
up,
open
Trevor
right
can look
there.
up and see it. No, I didn't see it, but that's all right. And then a swipe from Arlenson. That's going to put Schreffer back on the line. 3 minutes, 25 seconds, 61-46 with a chance to add to that for Alex Schreffer.
Credit to Eagan's defense. They have really prevented Rosemount from getting any kind of momentum in the first half and the second half, putting anything really together back to back. So, credit to that defense. And now we're at the point of the game where free throws are going to start to add up.
Yeah, I think if we can keep up that, and Arlenson, interestingly, going to the bench with 3:25. He only has 3 fouls, so it's not a foul problem. But interesting to see him coming off the court, and Kyson Lindertz. So I don't know what that means from Rosemount's perspective.
We have somebody starting the bus.
Yeah, you kind of wonder, right? I didn't anticipate that they would kind of throw up the proverbial white flag, but taking your 2 leading scorers off the table or off the court might indicate something about where they think the game's heading.
And we're back to the free throw line.
And missed calling out that Alex Schreffer with those last 2 free throws, which now he's going back to the line again, but he's now at 20 points for the game. So really nice game for the sophomore.
Very efficient from the free throw line, and to his credit, he gets to the free throw line.
Might be getting just a touch chippy down there, so I see the ref doing a good job having a quick chat with the boys and reminding them, let's keep it competitive, but keep it respectful in the last 3 minutes here. Treffer good with the first. That opens it up a 18-point lead, which I believe now would be the largest lead of the game. Good on the second. So it'll be interesting to see if Coach McKenzie starts to look at any opportunities to bring in a few guys from the bench and give some opportunity to play in this. I mean, for those who know Rosemount, right, it's always a pretty heated rivalry. They're, 5 miles down the road. So maybe an opportunity that we'll get to get some guys some minutes here.
Getting close to being about that time, and we'll see if that, well, that doesn't help.
That does not. No, we can't, even though we're comfortably in position here, we can't, then we have a turnover. So Eagan needs to make sure they finish out this game, right? Because Rosemount's not going to quit playing. And another foul down low. I believe that's going to be 5 on Trevor Searing.
Yeah, I think that's a foul on Trevor Searing, but I got to give him credit. That's actually a really good foul. We don't, as a home team, want to give any and one kind of baskets. And so, pull their arm down. Don't let that ball get up above the rim. And credit to Trevor being smart for taking one for the team there.
Right, exactly. Sure, he was aware that he had 4, but important not to let him have a free layup there. So just want to see the Cats kind of dial back in here, take a deep breath, make sure they finish out, play the way that they've played the whole game. Don't lose that intensity. Good on the first. That brings us 65-49 with 2:49 remaining in the contest. And good with the second from Shoots, sorry.
Here comes the full court pressure like we've seen all night. Eagan handles it.
Need to get across, and they just do. A little soft with the pass there. We'll make sure we keep that intensity up and be clean here on the offense. Swing pass over to Charlie Burke, and good for 3.
That's how you handle it. He loves that corner, and that's how you handle the double teams. You find the open man for 3 and cash it in. Nice play there by the Wildcats.
And I think we were talking about that a little earlier. When that double comes, I think we had said, they're leaving them off the baseline. So if we can get our head up and break that and see that pass, there's some opportunities there to have that score.
Looks like the Wildcats are getting some underclassmen off the bench. Mass substitutions lining up.
Got the hockey shift coming in. 20-point lead for the Wildcats, minute 50 to go. Charlie Burke had that last 2, so he's up to 13 for the game. 16 for Max Busley, 22 for Alex Schreffer, 10 for Liam Madigan.
Here comes a layup.
Here's another opportunity, so it takes Max Busley up to 18. So really, you look, you've got four of your main guys there, all between 10 and 22. I mean, that's the recipe for a win.
Coach McKenzie calls a timeout here for the shift change.
So who do we got in the game here, Dan?
We have number 24, Elijah Montour, number 40, Leo Erickson, number 21, Wesley Hoke.
Any relation?
I will see him later, yes.
Okay, all right.
He eats a lot of food at our house.
Gotcha.
Number 50, Kevin Kemp, and we have Owen Ford back in the game.
Yeah, a bucket for Ben Sywick from Rosemount. Like I said, Rosemount's not going to quit playing. Still have the full court press going on, so let's make sure we handle that well. Tell the referees probably starting to swallow the whistle a little bit with calls they would have made earlier with some of the hand checking. Swing out to Ford.
Ten seconds left on the shot clock, and unfortunately that's a turnover.
That takes us under 1 minute to go, so I think it is safe to say the bus is warm. Looks like Cats are going to improve to 4-6 in. Looks like Cats are going to improve to 4-6 in conference. Tough conference, right? So, but that's going to help them move up after a good week, right? They had a win the other day against Prior Lake, who's a couple positions above them. This keeps them ahead of pace of Rosemount, so slowly working our way as we start to work through the second round of the conference play, start climbing our way back up into the top half.
I'll offer this. Thank you to all of you that joined the broadcast. At the end of the game, we will be showing some replays, so stick around.
So Elijah Montour with the drive, just rolled off. Kevin Kemp, another sophomore, tried to get the tip in, but just rolled off for him as well. And Kavari Flowers with the three-point shot.
Come on, Eagan, let's call that a W.
So 10 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Eagan will dribble out the ball, bring it up at half court, and that'll be a day.
All right. Big win by the Wildcats. And both teams line up to shake hands. Stick with us. As a school song plays in the background, we'll see if we have some replays to share from our crew at Eagan TV.
All right, thanks for all that dialed in to watch, and have a great weekend.